Hello folks, Rob aka MaximumRD here, and I'm about, well, actually I just done an unboxing video. However, it didn't record, so I didn't want to pack everything up and try to fake an unboxing. That's just not my style. So the box has already been open, unfortunately, so that's okay. I'll save some time. Just give you the details and show you what I got here. I'll start off by saying this is likely, very likely, the last big unboxing I'll be doing anytime soon. Enough said there. Other than that, I received this item from a fellow named Breetai on the Digital Press Classic Gaming Forums. This fellow had spent some time in Japan, but is now back in Canada, so he had various items for sale, and I couldn't resist this one. It was a good deal, and on top of that, him being in Canada, I didn't have to worry about shipping or taking too long or border charges or any of that kind of crap, so I went for it, and this is my very first import gaming console, which is really cool. So you can try to take a guess what that might be. And when I say import console, like I've shown you my Super Nintendo I got a while ago, that was region modded to play PAL and US, but that's different. This is my first actual console that originated in Japan. This is it doesn't have region protection or anything like that. You can play US discs on it, but it's not protected in any way. So I just realized I said discs, so I've given you a really big hint there. It's something a lot of you fellow YouTubers, gamers have used also and made videos for, and I've always thought they were really cool, and I wanted to get this system. And another hint is it was quite popular, great graphics, great arcade games. The first versions of this console were actually very expensive to collect for, because they were pretty much were their arcade counterparts. Very expensive to collect for. So later on they released this version, which was much cheaper. I couldn't even think of collecting for the original version, but this version is much cheaper to collect for. The downside is the load times. So if you don't know by now, I probably better just show you. Okay, let's start with the games. 2 games I got with it. Just a couple basic fighting games. You can see that. Yeah, there's a symbol right there. That's it. That's right. Neo Geo, baby. Alright. So that's Road to the Final Victory. I can't. It's in, you know, it's Stop it, Keith. It's in Japanese, so I don't know the full title. But it's a fighting game. Oh, real battle action game. That's what it says. Road to the Final Victory 3. Is this maybe Art of Fighting or Fatal Fury or one of those games? Obviously. Then this one says clearly The King of Fighters 94. King of Fighters 94. Cool. Now I've actually read online you can do a pretty simple mod on the board internally to so it's specified as a US model. I'm not going to bother with that, because basically Neo Geo is fighting games and shoot 'em ups for the most part, and for the games that aren't falling in that category, like anything that's, you know, somewhat of a RPG or anything like that, I'm not interested in, number one. So I'd rather just keep it, not fiddle with its internal settings, and keep it as a Japanese system. the bonus to that, well, of course, everything will, all the text and everything will be in Japanese, but the upside is boobs and blood. So, and in fighting games and shoot 'em ups, and especially fighting games, that's all you really care about, right? So, I'll take the Japanese text and keep the boobs and blood, because when you in some games, when you, if it thinks it's a US version, it will, or if it's set as a US version, it'll turn the blood like yellow or whatever, and that's just silly. So I will say to Britai on Digital Press Classic Gaming Forums, it was packed very, very well. And what else? There is the controller, which is quite well known for its micro switches right there that have that clickety sound, very responsive. I've heard very good things about this controller, so I'm looking forward to that. And also, this is the standard power adapter. Well, not quite standard. If you look, it has an interesting connector there on the back, so that's cool. And yeah, it was very well packed, all kinds of bubble wrap and foam. Sorry you didn't get to see the original unboxing. The box was quite interesting. This is from when he was staying in Tokyo, obviously. So that's cool. It's actually a Coca-Cola product. It says somewhere on here, it says Coca-Cola. Anyways, I don't want to reveal the addresses on there. So that's awesome. And now the system itself on the back is the composite audio ports, S-video, and then there's another type of connector. I'm not quite sure which one that is, but it's your S-video, and then there's AV out. So anyways, I've got your standard cables, so that's good. And I will say, the funny thing is, I don't know why it was, but I always thought, looking at this online and just reading about it, for some reason I thought, I guess since reading from the cartridge version, that it had been, you know, cut down in size and everything like that. For some reason I thought it was about the size of a Dreamcast. Silly me. As you can see, it's not. It's actually much closer to something like the Sega Saturn. So it's a fairly large system. I would say it's heavier. I think it's heavier than a Sega Saturn though. So that's cool. It's in very good condition. Very happy with it. Thanks, Britai. And look forward to showing you the games and gameplay. As for the load times, the notorious load times you've all heard about, I've heard they're actually really not that bad. They're worse in games that came out closer to the end of its life cycle, as they got more contained more data, audio and video information. Then the load times increased really by a lot. But I mean, I laugh in the face of load times. I come from a time period of loading games off of cassette tape. Okay, and don't even get me started on punch cards. So, just kidding. I don't go quite that far back. But that's it. So, looking forward to having some Neo Geo fun. Rob MaximumRD out. And thanks for watching.